Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Obita Potato. Today, we are gonna do it. Today we're gonna do things. We're gonna be super productive in Project Hospital today. Please do not need to be transferred to the ICU. If so, that would be a problem. You're just going to go back to the trauma room. Anyway, at the end of the last episode, if you watched right the way through to the very end, you would know that today we're going to be turning off two groups of patients. Bed required for examination, interviews long overdue. Fine, don't care. We're going to be turning off two ambulances. We've already got ambulances. Okay, I do not need that reward. Okay, we're going to be turning off two groups of patients today. TC hospitalization. There should be. Alright, whatever. Doesn't... Collapsed patient was waiting too long, was transferred to another hospital. Fine, don't care. Just log that. I really don't want to see these things. Get rid of all this nonsense. There we go. Bloomin' heck. Goes on. Anyway, the whole idea is that we can only realistically treat currently about 60 patients a day. That's unfortunately the sad reality of it, and the way in which we go about achieving a higher amount of prestige is by treating fewer patients, but just treating a larger percentage of the patients. Does that make sense? It doesn't really make sense, but it made sense in my head. Basically, if we've got less patients to treat, then we treat a higher number of the total number of patients. So we have a higher prestige level. Basically, I want to get this 80% prestige. I'm convinced that that to unlock the ICU, we probably need to get to the end of the sort of basic level of insurance objectives. So that's what we're sort of going to beeline for. We're going to try our very best to make that happen. I'm probably just going to keep things in 3 times speed today. The uninsured, yeah, I think that we probably need to get all of this in order to get the ICU unlocked, because I'm telling you, we absolutely need to get the ICU unlocked. That's a top priority. That really is a top priority for us. So today, hopefully, that's gonna be what's happening. We're gonna keep a close eye on our prestige levels. Close eye on our prestige levels all around. Hopefully we can satisfy the patients. Oh no. Oh no. Patient is dead. Okay, well that is going to tank emergencies. But yeah, prestige rating, you can see right there. Yep, patient died. Number of dead patients. Yeah, it's not great. Cool. Another person is collapsing. I feel that we need like a department inside the hospital, which just like keeps an eye on people who are dying inside the hospital. Bacterial gastroenteritis. Sure, let's just follow this dude around and see where he goes. Either way, looks like we're off to a good start in terms of prestige. Remember, we're only going to be treating 60 patients today, and we've already treated half of them at about midday. So, yesterday we treated 62 patients, so theoretically we should have no issues with treating the current 60 that we've been allocated. That's the dream. How are the waiting rooms looking down here? Waiting rooms are looking pretty manageable. Let's have a little look and see what people are waiting for. What are you actually waiting on? You're waiting for the stat lab to be finished analyzing your stuff? Is that it? What are you waiting on? You're waiting on a blood test to complete. You're waiting on a microbial thingy. You're waiting on a blood test. You're waiting on a blood test. Fungal cultivation. So all of the delays really, none of the delays are really with the doctors, honestly. You got diagnosed incorrectly. That's fine. Just have another crack. Big payment if we get this correct. Anticoagulants? Can I not treat you with this? Why can I not treat you? Doctor is not qualified to prescribe. Okay, what is that department of? That's the brain department, I think. And then... there we go. Are you going away? Oh, you're going into the brain waiting room. Alright. It's a bit difficult to follow her because we're going so darn fast. Anyway. Schedule procedures finished. X-ray... fine. Can I not prescribe anticoags? Apparently I can't do anything. You're getting something completely different. You're getting an... I've literally no idea. Some painkillers, that's what you're getting. Other than that, though... oh, dear goodness. Today was not a good day for Prestige. Not a good day for Prestige at all. We might get the Prestige rating for Neurology. But disappointingly, it doesn't look like we actually managed to achieve a higher Prestige rating even with fewer people coming in for treatment. That's a real bummer, actually. That is a real like, I expected that we would absolutely fly through that. I mean, I know a patient, you know, dying first thing at the very start of the working day isn't exactly ideal for your Prestige. However, you know, it's a hospital, for goodness sake. I don't think we'll hit any objectives, and indeed we don't. We fly right past the midnight mark. Yeah, very disappointing that, actually. Very, very disappointing. The good news is that even though we're, you know, zooming through these days, we're making money. We're making money slowly but surely. We've got quite a little cash cow on our hands, and yeah, we're making a whole bunch of money. However, I would love to be making more money. I'd love to be hitting my targets, getting the Prestige up to where it needs to be, but unfortunately, we just can't do that. Okie doke. 7 a.m. is going to come around. 7 a.m., brand new day, new dawn, new day. Today is the day where we're going to hit our Prestige targets. I just do not know what more we can realistically do in order to hit our targets. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the... what was that? Yeah, fine. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on the waiting room today. Because... so what are you waiting for? He's waiting for a doctor? You're just getting triaged by the receptionist. Okay, you're now in. You're now being seen by a doctor. Yeah, there's seemingly no way for us to speed up the testing process, is there? I mean, the diagnosing process, right? The process of going to see the doctor and getting analyzed and whatnot. That's probably not the biggest problem that we have. I still genuinely think that, yeah, the microbial sampling. Wonder if there's any way to, accelerate that. I somehow suspect that there's not. Ugly environment. The environment's not ugly. The environment's not ugly. The waiting room is a very nice place to be. Okay, this is a little bit more what we're after. Okay. Complicated diagnosis. Richard Cole. Doesn't look like a complicated diagnosis to me. Looks like 50-50. That does not look like 50-50. Looks like we're going to be diagnosing you with that. Because that gives us $5,000. I'm gonna take exclusive control of this dude. So that's something to do with his esophagus. Thorax percussion. Maybe? Yeah, okay. Where is this guy? Ah, here we go. Ultrasound. Complicated diagnosis. You know what? Fine. Fine. Where is this guy going? Is he leaving? Oh no. He's actually just going upstairs. To the ultrasound. Okay, fine. Prestige is wavering a little bit. Still fine in emergency, which is what really matters. I also want to get neurology, perhaps cardiology as well. If we could get those up and running, that'd be great. Okay, you're going to have a little ultrasound. See what the situation is with you. I don't suspect that this will make much of a difference at all. Portal hypertension. Way, this is the one that costs $5,000. Oh, that's great. Band ligation. There we go. I have diagnosed you. I am a genius. Where did you go? Where are you going? You're just gonna wait around? Are you not gonna be stuck up onto the... Are you not gonna go in a ward? Surgery requires prior hospitalization. Oh, we'll hospitalize you then, won't we? There we go. Cool. Alright, he's now going to be hospitalized. I didn't realize that we had to hospitalize them before he went into the operating theater. But there you go. Get into your bed. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm just keeping an eye on him. Honestly, I really like to follow some people through their procedures. It's quite nice. Okay, let's have a little look at the waiting room. What's going on here? Why are you waiting? What waiting room is this? It's the bone department waiting room. How are we in terms of bone department people? You're idle. No clear diagnosis. Consider adding more diagnostic equipment. Yeah, fine. We haven't done all the tests, though. There you go. Pull out some more tests. I will take control. Don't worry. I've got your back, dude. Yeah, so there's just... We're just not being super productive. And it's kind of worrying me. Most people are being seen pretty quick, though. Boston brace. Sure, do you need to be hospitalized for that? Okay, fine. You've been analyzed. $500. It is what it is. Right, 40 patients have been treated. It's 4:30. Can we actually do this? I'm not entirely sure that we can. I think we actually need to radically redraw our waiting room area. Good stuff. You need to be treated with vasodilators. Great. Says that you are in a critical state. Michael Harris. Why are you not... Is that literally the same character model with the different skin tone on everyone? Oh no, the beards are different. They just look eerily similar. Michael Harris. Yeah, you are just... Yeah, okay, so it seems that we've just got quite a lot of demand on the bone department and the heart department. 45 out of pretty much most people treated. Let's take a little snapshot and see what's going on right now. I wish we could just find out what they were waiting for. It's mostly just the testing, isn't it? They're all just waiting for testing. You're a nurse. Yeah. Kidney stones. You've got kidney stones. How do we just... Let's just diagnose that right now then. Sure. We've diagnosed you. Sonography unit at the general surgery department. Yeah, okay, fine. So, prestige is currently 88%. Now that's going to go down because 14 people are still to be treated. So 88% to 69%. Wow. That took a nosedive, and it's going to continue going down apparently. Yeah, that's not great. Not great, to be honest. Not good at all. The really annoying thing, the really annoying thing is that it doesn't seem to matter. It doesn't seem to matter at all what we do. What does matter, I think, is the fact that we just do not have enough testing rooms. And or waiting rooms as well. Waiting rooms is something that I think that we need to change quite considerably. Just trying to think of the best way to do that. I think we're probably going to need to zone a new... Probably a new something. Maybe out here. Maybe out this way it's worth us getting just like a brand new sort of stat lab area. Where we just have labs by the bucket load, really. I could just get a couple of prefabs. Maybe. Where is it? Do we not have any stat labs? There we go, a stat lab, an 8 by 6 stat lab. I presume that there would be 2 employees. I guess only one, maybe only one. Okay. Yeah, that would be a good investment. That would be a good investment should we want to do it. Radiology doesn't need a stat lab, but there are a couple of really expensive rooms that we could build there if we wanted to. We don't have a stat lab for the general surgery. I don't think we do anyway. No, we don't. Yeah. Diagnostic unit, no stat lab there. An orth lab. I think we've got one orth lab, don't we? Cardiology lab, orth lab, cardiography unit. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open up a brand new part of the map. We're gonna develop this area. 26 grand. 26 grand worth of developments right here. This is a big area that we're developing right now. We're going to set up another little area over here. We're going to delete this wall. And we're going to place some new walls. Some new walls in here. There we go. And this is going to be the area where we're going to relocate our laboratories to. We don't have much money, but that's fine. We're going to deal with it. So, first and foremost, this stat lab, I'm pretty okay with the way that this stat lab turned out. I think it's, looks pretty good, all things considered. The stat lab that we've got here, this one, this costs 17 grand. And it performs pretty much the same function. But it would allow us to employ 2 people. So actually, this is the prefab stat room is actually a better use of space than our stat room would be. Okay, I want to get at least 2 of these. There we go, 2 of those. Oh man, 3 would fit perfectly. Yeah, although we don't really have the money for it. And honestly, I think 2 is probably enough. Let's not go crazy here. There we go. Okay. Let's get some employees. Let's just get the best employees that we possibly can. I do believe they just need to be biochemistry qualified. Indeed they do. Let's just hire the people with the highest biochem stats. And you there. Perfect. Okay, looking pretty darn good. So there is still the potential that that this isn't good enough. That this needs to work. What's wrong with you? You've been diagnosed. Banned litigation. Regular hospitalization. Has that finished then? I don't think the scheduled procedures have been finished. Maybe we're still waiting on operating room space. Pretty certain that we still need to do this whole banned litigation. Banned league something or other. We'll try a differential diagnosis. Maybe you've actually been diagnosed incorrectly. Oh, hold on a minute. Are you going to be taken to the operating theater now? Oh, no. You're being taken in for a differential diagnosis. Is this going to uncover the one hidden symptom that we have? Man, just being left alone on an operating theater table, that's pretty rough, right? Yeah, no idea what's going on, honestly. Patient care. I mean, I'm pretty certain that this operation just hasn't happened yet. Okay. We're massively in debt, but that's okay. It's fine. Doesn't particularly matter. Let's zip towards the end of the day. I don't think we're going to hit a single prestige objective, truthfully. Also, tomorrow, we're going to take all of our patients back because there seemingly is no reason not to have all of our patients coming in, because at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter to our level of prestige. It really does not make a shred of difference, apparently. Also, let's get this quickly zoned as a corridor so that we can actually get the blood cleaned off. Yeah. I'm thinking that there's probably a better way of... Oh! 70% prestige for neurology. That's pretty good. Enable hospitalization at neurology. Okay, fine. We're going to do that. We are going to do that eventually, but not today. Hospitalization for neurology just doesn't seem like it's really worth it. At least not now, anyway. Not before we've got our own floor that we can dedicate towards dealing with neurology and whatnot. Man, I'm just sort of thinking, like, I'm not really happy with the way that our receptions are looking at the moment. I feel that we really could be a lot more efficient. Let me sort of try something here. Receptions, I don't think are working particularly well at all. So if we put a bench in here, and another bench in there, another bench in there, and another bench up there, that's the most optimal layout, I think. Okay, let's just try and have those chilling out there. Okay, I've got a radical idea here. We're going to D-zone all of this. There we go. And then I'm going to destroy all of the walls. This might not work at all, but this is what I'm going to try and do. Right, get rid of all of those walls, rid of all of those walls, rid of all of those. It's going to make the outside look a little bit less pristine, but I think that that's fine. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. Move these little queuing things up to the next area. Nope. There we go. Just get this stuff sold. That's a fine way of doing it too. Okay, fine. Okay, now, let's see if we can go about reorganizing this into an actual system that works. So we're looking to try and still create subdivided waiting rooms. However, I think this is the way that we do it. We can even keep the numerous doors in the current place. I'd rather not bulldoze them, actually. I was thinking that maybe I could bulldoze them and just sort of get it done quickly. However, I don't want to do that. Nope. There we go. There we go. You know what? This is going to make a huge difference to the place. Okay. Doesn't even need to be perfect, you know? It just needs to be good enough. There we go. And it'll still work. Like, everything will still work completely as intended. Yep, we're gonna leave a little bit of space there. It's not worked out perfectly. There we go. Okay, that's better. Right, just like that. Okay, so now that we've got this all set up, we basically just need to make... Okay, I am actually gonna ditch this door, I think. I don't like that door. Sure, we'll get rid of that door. Right, so that has meant that we should have a hugely increased seating capacity. We have barely touched the surface on what we can actually do with this layout. You're gonna see my master plan in just a second. Someone in the comments, by the way, quite a wee while ago, I believe, said you just need one reception to sort of triage everyone through. I'm not so sure if that actually is the case. I think you might need more than one reception. I don't know though, and I don't know enough to make an educated, informed opinion on that. Anyway, let's see about this. So, we do have one reception. Do we want more than one reception? That's the real question. How big does a reception need to be? It needs to be 3 by 3. Can't have a reception for there. We can have a reception here. We cannot have a reception for internal medicine. The waiting room is required. I know the waiting room is required. We're gonna get that set up. Okay, so let's get the regular old waiting room set up first. It's probably best if we make this reception quite large. There we go. Expand that. Radiology reception. It's probably okay if we make this radiology reception quite small. General medicine reception. That can also be quite small because we've got another one upstairs. Internal medicine. Make that one there. The bone department. We've already got a single waiting room over there, but that's not going to be big enough. There we go. That's the waiting room there. Cardiology. Make you there. And neurology. Let's make you here. There we go. So I think that all things considered, that works probably as well as it can. It still leaves us with only one reception for now. I'm not really sure if we need more than one reception. We'll have to wait and see. Don't quote me on that. All I've done is sort of, I think I've streamlined the reception area. I think I've made it look a lot better. We can actually expand this a little bit if we wanted to. We can bring the seats down here. Or we can bring the seats down here, or we can get rid of some of the copious number of doors that we've got, and we can, you know, get rid of that. But I'm not particularly inclined to do that at the moment. I think that the layout that we've sort of got at the moment will probably suffice for, I think, pretty much every eventuality, pretty much every situation. I think it's good enough, honestly. We've got 2 more stat labs up and running over here. Ready to go home. Richard Cole. Richard Cole, you had your operation. Happy days. Beautiful. I am very happy with that. And he paid us $5,000, which I'm very happy about. Very, very happy about. He probably cost us a fair bit, but that's okay. So, fingers crossed today we're going to be able to accelerate our testing. Oh no. Boo-hoo. Get over it. It happens. Anyway, yes. We hopefully will be able to speed up our testing. What are you here for? You're waiting to speak to the receptionist? Why are you just waiting around? You don't have any symptoms? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to try and do anyway. See if we can actually hire another receptionist. Can we even perhaps hire 2 more receptionists? Will that make a considerable difference? I really could not tell you. But we're going to give it a crack anyway. Do we have a PC anywhere? There we go. Right. Will that allow us to hire some more receptionists? Indeed it will. Clinical nurse specialist. You're a specialized receptionist. Fine. Find new candidates. You're a receptionist. Fine. There we go. So fingers crossed we're able to speak to 3 times as many people now. So at least we're going to sort of be able to triage people more efficiently now. Already seen 17. I mean, we've seen about, you know, a quarter maybe in 3 hours. 2 hours even. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. Actually, 3 hours. Yeah, okay. All things considered, not too bad. Could be doing a little bit better, but... what are you waiting around for? Why are you waiting around? I don't understand why people are standing around. Just, you know, wandering around aimlessly. No, no idea. No idea whatsoever. They are eventually getting seen by the receptionists, though, which is quite nice. 33 patients are have already been treated. That's blooming good news. So what's going on here? You're just waiting for a doctor. Fine. You're just waiting for an interview with the patient. You're going to be triaged by the receptionist. Looking good. Looking very good. And it looks like the rest of the waiting room is working out quite well, actually. Yeah. There doesn't seem to be a massive shortage on waiting room area. It seems that we've allocated it quite nicely. Sure, let the doctor try. I really don't mind. 42 patients are treated. 42 patients are treated. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Things are looking good. Doctor has been allocated to this chap. That's you. Where's Doctor? Why is this not working? Ah, here we go. Beautiful. I'm just sort of trying to follow the individual patients through the hospital and hoping that that will lead us towards success, almost. So we got another 4 hours. We got another 4 hours, and we got 4 hours to treat 30 patients. That should be doable, you know? It's going to be tight, but I think it should be doable. The problem is that we're now getting to the point where everyone seems to need more complicated procedures, which is just a real pain, because it means that we need to start faffing around with the stat labs and stuff. Yep. Looks like it's working, though. The 2 extra stat labs certainly doing their stuff, making things a little bit easier for us. 61 patients have been treated and counting. Doesn't look like we're really going to slow down. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for microbial cultivation. Yeah, there is just really no way to speed that up, unfortunately. Yeah. Patient is collapsing. Fine. Yeah, the only problem is that it is a seriously long walk to the stat lab. Oh, ICU hospitalization. Oh my goodness. 91%. That is really, really nice. Although that is going to get absolutely torpedoed as soon as the day ends. Almost 70 patients treated. One of those guys is not going to be able to be treated because he requires the ICU. Oh my goodness. Are we actually going to do it today? Are we actually going to hit all of our prestige objectives? Say it ain't so. I am so proud if that's the case. The rest of the patients are just sort of walking around. You're waiting for... How do we treat this? Anticoagulants. Is that a brain thing? That's a cardiology thing. Sure. And he is going to prescribe anticoagulants. I'm just speeding this up a little bit, you know. Oh, he's going to the toilet. That's pretty lame. Anyway, 72 patients. That's not bad. 90% prestige. Yeah. That's looking okay. Come on. Ugh. Yeah. Right the way back down to 69. 69%. Okay, well it is still potentially going to go up. Giving him anticoags. Because that's how the cool kids say it. Anticoags. And we're going to send him home. 70 prestige at cardiology. That's not possible. 70% prestige in emergency. We might have hit that, actually. We might have hit that. But something tells me that we just haven't. Man, I feel that we really did very, very well today. But unfortunately, we tried our best, but it just wasn't good enough. Although, seemingly... We had a fairly big improvement in terms of, you know, we managed to deal with, you know, the whole stat lab scenario. We managed to deal with that. I think honestly in the next episode we're gonna have to try and get ourselves a couple more cardiology, orthopedy, and internal medicine, just like clinic rooms, because I just don't think we have enough sort of specialized diagnosis clinic areas in order to be productive. Unfortunately, not enough money to pay off any of our millions of pounds in loans, but that's fine. That's okay. All things considered, it could be a heck of a lot worse. Okay, zip towards the end of the day. See if there's anything that we're going to get. Please, 70% in emergency. Please. Nothing. Man, that's a real bummer. I really, really thought that we had it. But you know what? That's what happens. We're going to be giving it another crack in the next episode. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Obit Potato. This has been Project Hospital. I'll see you next time. Bye.